remove the brassy color after the nanoplasty. That is what I'm going to teach you today. Welcome to SOS Flora, a program that happens every Monday and Wednesday, 12 p.m. And I'm going to teach you how to create the OMG effect in hair straightening in any hair type. Welcome, welcome. Today I'm going to teach you about how to remove the brassy color from the hair after the nanoplasty. My name is MJ. I'm a nanoplasty specialist, and I'm here today to give you this amazing lesson. And you know what? Can you guys hear me properly? Just let me know. We're using a different system today. My voice is a bit rusty as well. I lost my voice a few days ago due, weather change and getting sick, kids getting sick at the school. So you guys can hear me properly? Perfect. Let me see if my love heart trigger is here, because I love this love heart thing. It's so cute on Instagram. Happy Valentine's Day, my love. Happy Valentine's Day. Today, a very, very special day. First, it's Valentine's Day, so I hope you are preparing something very good, or your husband or your partner is preparing something very, very special for you. I hope Samuel is preparing something very special for me. Can you hear that, Samuel? Okay, so today I'm going to talk about brassy hair. And the point of this live, it's not really say, hey, this is supposed to happen every time. No, what I'm trying to teach you today is if somehow you messed up with some strands of getting the hair brassy, there is a solution. There is a fix that you can do. A friend of mine, which is a customer, and I always have friends that are customers because I become very close to these customers, then they start becoming my friends. So she's a TAFE teacher, and she said to me, hey MJ, I was doing a gray hair a few days ago, and then I let the straightener to heat by the side while I was preparing some things. So then when I came back, I didn't check the temperature I had on the straightener. So then I grabbed a piece of hair, like a strand of hair, and I passed the straightener. And when I looked, it was bright yellow. And then straight away, I put the temperature down, but I was like, what I'm gonna do with this strand that got brassy? Just one strand, what I'm gonna do with that? Sorry, I'm still not 100%. But I was like, okay, breathe in, breathe out. There is a solution for that. I'm gonna teach you. And I told her what to do, and that's what I'm gonna give you today. Okay, so one thing that we need to understand, as much as I'm not talking about how to avoid that, because I've already done another lesson, another SOS Flora talking about how to avoid the brassiness, I think I need to give you some history before jumping into how you fix that. Because there is ways to avoid, that brassy to come through. The first one is, if the hair is gray, remember, gray has no color on the cortex, so the melanin is all gone. The hair is empty in color-wise. So as soon as you apply the straightener in the hot temperature, it will change. Especially if you are not using the W2 solution, which is the solution proper for blonde and gray. If you are using W1, which is our brown solution for every hair type, unfortunately, there will be some hairs that you're gonna get brassy. So the important thing is, you are using the right solution for the right hair type. Are you using the blonde solution for the blonde hair? Sometimes you will. Sometimes you're gonna be using the blonde solution for the blonde hair, but then this hair is gray with tint on top. So what's gonna happen when you apply the nanoplasty, even if you apply the proper one, it's gonna remove that tint, and there is a chance of this hair becoming a bit more brassy. But even though it's not only the solution that counts for this brassy stage, it counts how much you rinse the hair, how much you rinse the product on the hair after the 1 hour. It counts how much you dry the hair to apply the straightener on. It counts which type of straightener you are using and the temperature you are using on it. So there is a lot of things that should be wrong for you to not, for you to achieve the brassy tones that everyone hates. So you need to be aware of that. It's not only using the wrong product. Using the wrong product could give you this brassy tone, but it's not only that. Even if you use the right product, and if you don't rinse enough, if you don't dry enough, if you don't pass the straightener enough, or if you use the straightener, the wrong type of straightener, and if you apply a really hot temperature, there is a chance of making this hair brassy. So in a few lessons ago, in a few SOS Florals ago, I taught you guys how to avoid the brassy tones. And today I'm going to teach you what to do if somehow, even knowing all that, you for some reason got the hair to be brassy. Because it can happen. It can happen, unfortunately. There was a customer that I've trained a few months ago, and he sent me a message yesterday saying, hey, I got this hair a bit brassy, what should I do? And I was like, okay, let's see, what did you do wrong on the whole application that he got the hair brassy? And then he said, you know what, the hair was very, very coarse, and the customer kind of knew that the hair will become a bit brassy. Because there is a point as well where you need to be able to make a choice. You need to make a choice. If the hair is extremely coarse, extremely thick, there is two ways. Or you're going to make this hair a bit brassy because you need to use hotter heat, or you're gonna use less heat and you may not get this hair to the silk straight. So it's important for you guys to know that. It's important to know that there is a stage where sometimes you will need to do a decision. I want to have this hair 100% straight, or I want to, maintain the color, or I want to make sure that I'm going to leave the color, the integrity of the color. I'm not talking about any hair type, every hair type. I'm talking about very coarse, thick strand where it requires you a hotter temperature. So in these cases, this technique that I'm going to give you today would be very good. Very, very special and important for you to use. It will be more like you have something for you to help you just in case. It's not going to be something that you're going to use every time, everywhere. Especially because Floractive is specialized in hair type, in the hair industry. So we've got everything for hair. We've got colors, we've got OX, we've got masks, we've got serums, oils, shampoo, conditioners, everything for hair. But in Australia, I brought to Australia what was relevant to straightening. But we still have a lot of products that are not directly to straightening that we can use, okay? So, I don't know if you ever heard about the Perfect Blonder. This Perfect Blonder, sorry guys, I'm just drinking a bit of water. This Perfect Blonder, it was a home care line for the blonde hair. So as we have the W1, I don't have here in my panel now, but we have the W1 shampoo and conditioner, and then we have the W2 shampoo and conditioner, which is the Perfect Blonder. But then the mask for the Perfect Blonder, it was very strong, very, very strong. And some users, home users, they were not being able to achieve the perfect blonde because they just don't know how to use it. So we normally sell this to professional. It can be used as a home care. But then the professional needs to teach the home user what to do. Because if they do this, they're going to stain that part because it's quite strong. So I'm going to show you the color of this product and also how to fix the blonde hair if somehow you got a strand down or at the top that you get brassy. Because you don't want to let your customer to go home with that fringe yellow. You don't want them to go home with that fringe yellow. So I'm going to show you the color of this product. See, the mask is very consistent. And it's got black, purple, and blue pigmentation, which means it can fix red tones, orange tones, and yellow tones. So we have in here, I think this is the heaviest and the darkest mask, toning mask that I ever seen. So I've tried, is Samuel around? No, he left? Yeah. I had a video here to show you. I will post on my stories of Samuel. I've changed his hair from dark because he's got this thick, strong fiber. So I've changed for blonde, but I left on the yellow stage on purpose. Sam, by any chance, you have a photo of your hair white when I've done the experiment on you? If Samuel finds it, I'll show you. Otherwise, I know where it is. It's on my phone, which I'm using to do the live. Sorry. I'm going to post on the stories, okay? So, I've bleached his head until it got orange because he's got this thick, strange, very dark. His hair is very dark. So then it got to this orangey stage. So I've used this toning mask on him and it became white. It was incredible. The transformation was absolutely incredible. So then I've done tests on the Nanoplasty as well. So it's strange that it got a bit brassy at the front, especially because the front is the more fragile part. I passed the mask after the Nanoplasty before washing the hair, and I could get amazing results. I think you found it.
There's two. There's
this
one here. I just lost it. This
Yeah.
one, there's that one, or there's the video?
The video. I'm gonna show you. Look at this. Oops. Look at this. White. I got my husband's hair white only using that toning mask. So if you have by any chance messed up with the color, thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so if somehow you messed up, what you're gonna do? After passing the straightener, you're gonna see exactly where the hair is. You know how the color of the hair is. So with the hair dry, on dry hair, after passing the straightener, okay? You've done the whole Nanoplasty. But just one thing here. It's not because I'm giving you this solution that it means that you shouldn't be using the purple solution for blonde and gray. Why? Because the more the color get orange, more burned it means on the fiber. So if the hair becomes purple or orangey, it means that somehow that color got burned. So what I'm giving you here is a solution for your customer to go home, obviously, and not have that feeling that the hair is orange. But it's not for you to feel like, oh, that's amazing. I can make the hair look like a, a orangey tone, and I can make this hair brassy as hell. And then I'm gonna use Fluoractive's mask. Everything is gonna be fine. No, that's not what I'm teaching you here. What I'm teaching you now is, if somehow you messed up with the color, even doing everything right, you shouldn't cry. There is a solution for you here. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing everything right. You shouldn't be using a really hot temperature on blonde hair. You shouldn't be using an extremely hot temperature on gray hair to the point that you're gonna dehydrate, because you're still gonna burn the fiber. What I'm teaching you guys here is a solution for you on the spot. You will still need to treat that color later, but at least they're gonna give you that bracket of a few weeks for the customer don't feel that the hair is orange. And sometimes when the hair is like mine, when my hair get a little bit more warm, I apply the mask, it looks good. Then the color starts neutralizing when I start washing. And also I can use the toner again to tone whenever I feel that the color is getting warm. Because my nature as a Brazilian is the color tend to become more warm over time. That happened with a lot of other cultures. Indian, the hair tends to become a bit more orange. Middle East tends to become a bit more red. Brazilians tends to become a bit more yellow. So depending on your culture, the hair will still be, you know, on that level of becoming a bit more warm. So you know that as a hairdresser, you know if you bleach your hair, you still need to do some toning over time, so then the customer will have a fresh blonde. This could be an amazing asset for your salon to use to tone the hair, even after doing bleach. Even after doing the bleach. If you are using a toning mask which doesn't show any result, I guarantee this, it's like impossible to not give you a result. So how are you gonna how are you gonna do after the nanoplasty? As soon as you finish passing the straightener and you see the points where the hair is a bit more brassy, so all you're gonna do, you're gonna come with the product and you're gonna pass on that area. That area needs to be used first because this is a toning mask. So you need to change that brassy part first, then you tonalize the whole hair. Understand? You need to make that area that it's yellow or more concentrated on that orangey tone to change the color first. Because if you apply the mask all over, what is gonna happen? You're gonna tone everywhere. And you may have a differentiation from where it's already brassy. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna go with a brush where it's, you know, where it's brassy or orange, and you're gonna leave it on for about 2 minutes max. 2 minutes max. What you can do is, you grab the hair and you pass your nail, and then you see if the color underneath is still orangey or yellow. This is a very good technique. I thought everyone knew about it. But apparently every time someone come here to talk to me, I tell them that, they're like, oh, okay, so what are you going to do? You grab a strand where you have the product on, you know, the perfect blonder on, and you're going to pass your nail to check if the color underneath, it's still orange or yellow. If it's not, what are you going to do? You're going to go pass this product on your hand and apply everywhere on the hair, massage and rinse. Okay, you're not gonna leave this 10 minutes, because if you leave 10 minutes, the hair that it's blonde is gonna get this color. It's very strong, very good. This was designed for this kind of problems. And I remember the first time I was a model for an expo, and then the technician that I was doing my hair, she was talking, and obviously we're all talking, blah, 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 blah. On the expo, we just don't stop talking. So she passed the strainer a bit more hot in this part here. And I was like, oh, it's a bit orange. And she was like, yeah, we fix that later. So then when we finished, we had this orange strand in front on the front part of my face. And I remember Wilson, which is he already passed away, unfortunately. He was one of the inventors of Fluoractive. He passed this on my hair. He left it on for about 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. So then he applied on his hand and woo, passed everywhere. When I rinsed, I was like, it looks so good. The blonde looks so fresh. So I've started doing that on my customers and teaching also the hairdressers, because unfortunately those things can happen. you know. Unfortunately, we're dealing with a hot device in the blonde hair. So if somehow you have this happen, you have a solution now that I just explained to you in this video what to do. Tell me here in the comments if you ever had this experience of having the hair brassy with you. It happens a lot on keratin, especially the way that the keratin behaves on the fiber, coating it. So when you coat the hair with keratin and you apply the heat on top of this coat, you actually increase the heat on the fiber, and that's why you can get a really brassy tone. Nanoplasty doesn't give you that orangey floral. It doesn't give you that, but depending on the heat of the straightener, if you use the straightener extremely hot, unfortunately you can't avoid that. So then there is all the techniques that I teach you here on this lesson, and also on the other one when I was talking about specifically about how to avoid the brassy tones. But today is if somehow something happened, you have a solution, okay? So it's this. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. It's good that I could be, I've done everything short so that if someone comes later on, it's good. Yes, I do keratin on Indian hair all the time, and even with low heat it becomes brassy. So we do turn off after the wash. Honey, first of all, I wouldn't do keratin in Indian hair because you already have a hair that it's naturally more oily. But if you are talking about nanoplasty on your comment, you could be probably doing a few things. Okay, the first one is you must be applying the nanoplasty on the hair that it's already very dirty with oils. Do I need to clarify shampoo? No, you don't need to, but just ask them to come with a clean hair without applying oils. Second, you're gonna leave it on the hair for 1 hour, but then you rinse it out, this hair completely. Rinse it out, remove all that water, you know, all that milky water from the hair. Remove everything. Once you remove everything, you're gonna dry this hair very well. Because if you have a humid hair in contact with the straightener, you have more pressure on the straightener. Then you can get some brassy tones. Only doing that, you're gonna avoid a huge amount of orangeness that could happen. But if somehow they have a lot of grays, tint on top, and you are doing nanoplasty and they want the hair pin straight, unfortunately, the hair will change the tone a little bit. So definitely you can do that. If you are, if you're having some orangey or brassy tones on your customers, you can definitely use this mask. So I'm gonna put a link on the website for this mask. If you wanna buy from us, you have 300 mils and also 1 kilo. So you can buy either one or the other. But it's important for you guys to know that there is solution for problems. You can have solutions for the problems that happens. As much as every lesson here, I teach you guys how to fix and avoid problems before they happen, okay? I hope you guys had a good session today. Unfortunately, my voice, it's useless. I'm feeling that I'm forcing so much so I'm gonna finish now so I can have still voice to talk. But I see you guys on Monday on our next SOS Flora. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.